Picture it, Sicily, 1922. There I was in front of my French class. We were doing a presentation, index cards in hand, slideshow ready to go, and it hit me. I brought the wrong shirt. We were supposed to wear professional attire for our professional speech, and I realized I mixed up my dad's shirt for my shirt. Let's just say we don't wear the same size, so lo and behold, the rest of the term they called me Stretcho Setto. Don't let poor planning ruin your next presentation. Seto from Renderforest here, coming at you with 14 tips on how to make an effective presentation, whether you're using a video presentation, slideshow, or just winging it freestyle. Be sure to watch to the end of the video to claim your promo code. So, number 1, focus on a key message. When you're writing your script for your presentation, or while you're giving your speech or presentation, make sure you remind yourself what is the take-home message. Number 2, plan the structure. Also, maybe you want to ask the person that's in charge of your presentation the aspect ratios of the screen. Is it going to be a 16:9 screen, or is it going to be a 4:3 presentation? Number 3, tell a story. Almost like how I started off this video. I suggest even to leave an intentional slide blank on your presentation or a pause in the video to tell the story so that your audience is not distracted by other things. Number 4, keep a conversational tone. Even if you have a room of 100 people, think to yourself, what if it was just your one friend or one family member? Keep that same type of tone. Number 5, remember the takeaways. If you start to talk freehand in the middle of your speech or presentation, remember and think to yourself, what is the key point of what I'm talking about or why they're there today? Number 6, time your speech. If you know you only have a 10 or 15 minute time slot, time yourself. If you consistently go over that 10 to 15 minute mark, then maybe something has to change with your speech or presentation. Number 7, do your rehearsals. The more you practice, the better you'll get. This is also kind of talking about timing it, but again, rehearsals. If there's certain words you're messing up or certain phrases that are hard to get out, maybe change those phrases or words. Number 8, don't read. Don't read from a paper, don't read from your slides, don't read from your phone, just talk naturally. Your slides can be there to help you, but if you're reading word for word and verbatim from a paper or a phone or a script, it's gonna come off kind of tacky and bad. Number 9, this kind of talks about what I just talked about for number 8, but basically again, don't rely on the slides. The slides are there to help you and to guide you, but don't read it as if it's a report. Number 10, don't use too fancy of slideshows or too many distractions. The fewer distractions there are, the presentation will look better. Number 11, don't talk too fast or too slow. Find that happy middle. If you talk too fast, your audience might not hear what you're trying to say or important information. If it's too slow, they're gonna get bored. Number 12, don't forget your backup slides. What I usually do is bring my primary slides on a thumbnail or flash drive, and then I back up also to the cloud. If I lose my thumbnail or flash drive, then I just can log into my cloud and present from there. Number 13, don't neglect body language and nonverbal communication. Sometimes people get really stiff when they're presenting, so if you're one of those people, maybe make a note to yourself to do a certain action at a certain point or during a certain sentence, and then it makes us feel a little bit more natural. Number 14, kind of like what I talked about before, don't rush. Sometimes when people are new to presenting or public speaking, they'll rush really quickly just to get it over with. But slow down, take your time, and have confidence. Okay, this is a personal tip from me. Be prepared for follow-up questions. Even if you don't want to talk about that hole in your research project, be ready for you-know-who to come at you in front of everybody. So, at the end of most presentations, there's going to be a Q&A session. Be prepared for this. What questions do you think they're going to ask you? And then when they come at you with it, you'll be prepared. Now that we have the basics of a creative presentation, let me show you a quick demo of how to make a video presentation or how to use our slideshow maker. Let's begin. So you're going to go to renderforest.com. Click create video, and then you're gonna go all the way to the far right-hand side where it says presentations and click corporate. We're gonna do a corporate example. Let's see what's going on with some new templates that we have. So let's look at this one called Business Presentation Pack. And if you scroll down, you can see what other users have made. Let's take a look to see what Jose made. Okay, so in the beginning, he's got this rocket ship, and then he's probably gonna introduce his company. Looking to build travel booking site? Yes, we are. PHP Travels can help. I sure hope so. So it looks like here Jose is introducing his company, what you can get out from his company. Here he's talking about his company's main features, maybe why you would want to use his service. Next, they're talking about how to go about it, how to purchase and install, and that it's a quick and 5-minute simple process. Next, he's talking about how you can configure it to your requirements. Then he's talking about your services and how you can use them for your services. And this is a really good call to action. What are you waiting for? I don't know, Jose, maybe I'm gonna call you today. And then they have the website, that's great. So he could have used this in the beginning of a presentation or at the end. Next, I'm gonna show you something else. I'm gonna show you in our graphic designer how to make slides, because that was a video example, but I'm gonna show you slides. So we're gonna go to presentation. We're gonna go to newest again. And let's look at this one called Personal Resume Presentation Pack. This is good for like freelancers, or if you're trying to pitch an idea to maybe an employer, or if you're gonna be a contractor. So here are some examples of what the slides look like. And then if you scroll down, you can see how we use them in our example. And of course, everything on here is customizable. So you can use this as inspiration, but of course, all the text is customizable, the colors, the pictures, and then at the bottom you see other related templates too. Let's take a look under the hood. I'm gonna click Create Now. And just so you can see, you can change the name to your own name, what you're applying for, and then change your picture. If you have a headshot or a picture of a project, you can add this here. But since this is for a resume, put your picture, put your face. They wanna see who the moneymaker is. If you enjoyed this topic, be sure to check out our link in the description below for the blog article. Thanks for sticking with us so far. You can use the code that appears on your screen now during checkout for your first paid subscription as a discount. Did you like the intro to this video? You can use the same logo reveal. It's linked down below in the description. Have you ever had a failure of a presentation? If so, tell me a story down below in the comments. I want to see if your story beats mine. If you got something out of this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and ring that bell for future notifications. See you next week. Thanks.